Wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins signed a 1-year, $5 million contract. They got
with the Ravens. That was a big signing for the Ravens. The DeAndre Hopkins. That was
I'm
huge,
going
and they
through.
got
I'm going through our division. I'm going through our signings in our
all right.
division. There's only a few for certain, like couple teams. Tylen Wallace, they re-signed. They re-signed Patrick Ricard. Re-signed offensive lineman Ben Cleveland and offensive tackle Ron Stady. All right, the Bengals. They signed Samaje Perine, 2-year deal worth up to $3.8 million. Jamar Chase signed a 4-year contract, $161 million extension. T. Higgins re-signed on a 4-year, $115 million. How are they affording all this? $115 million deal. Mike Gesicki re-signed 3-year deal, 25.5. They re-signed Tanner Hudson, Cody Ford, Joseph Asai, Cam Sample, B.J. Hill on a 3-year, $33 million contract. T.J. Slayton, 2-year, 15.1. Oren Burks, Marcus Wilson, and Cal Adamatis. So, I mean, they're going to lose, what's his name on the D end then? They're going to lose Hendricks.
They already did.
Yeah, they're losing him then. Because they're paying Chase and fucking Higgins. Dude, $161 million for Chase, 4 years. T. Higgins signed a 4-year, $115 million deal. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, I mean, that's less than what obviously Metcalf's making, 150. But I think we got him for 5 years, or might be 4 years. Well, I'll get to that. Anyways, we'll go to the Browns next. Kenny Pickett acquired in a trade with the Eagles in exchange for quarterback Dorian Thompson-Robinson and a 2025 fifth-round pick. That's trash. They signed Cornelius Lucas, offensive lineman. They re-signed Myles Garrett, 4-year, $123 million 4-year. Edge, they got this edge named Joe Tyron Sayonaka. I've never heard of him. Defensive lineman Malik Collins, 2 years, $20 million. Linebacker Devin Bush signed a 1-year, $3.25 million deal with a $2.97 million guarantee. How dumb are the
with who? Who we own now? The Browns.
The Browns. And then next is the Steelers. That's it for the Browns. That was the last one. The Steelers.
Damn.
Mason Rudolph. I can't believe they signed Devin Bush for that much. Mason Rudolph signed a 2-year, $8 million deal with $4.5 million guaranteed. Kenneth Gainwell signed a 1-year, $1.79 million deal with $620,000 guaranteed. DK Metcalf acquired in trade with Seahawks in exchange for a 2025 second-round pick and a late-round pick swap. Metcalf is signing a 4-year, $132 million extension with Pittsburgh. I can't believe we brought this moron back. Steelers signed Scotty Miller 1-year deal. Ben Skowronek re-signs. I told you he was coming back. Tight end Donald Parham Jr. Defensive tackle Daniel Akule signed a 1-year contract. Isaiah Loudermilk re-signed a 1-year deal. Malik Harrison signed a 2-year, $10 million deal. Brandon Echols signed a 2-year contract. Darius Slay, this one's, I don't like this too much. Darius Slay signed a 1-year, $10 million deal, fully guaranteed. And then we got safety Juan Thornhill. He played for the Browns last year, signed a 1-year contract. We made the most moves out of our whole division. So the Ravens made no moves. The Bengals actually made the
DeAndre Hopkins. They got DeAndre Hopkins. That's a pretty big.
They got DeAndre Hopkins.
Not as good as.
They got DeAndre Hopkins and Cooper Rush.
Yeah, not much. They can't really make too many big moves. Their salary cap is so.
I mean, the Bengals at least re-signed. They re-signed all their receivers. They got Joe Burrow for a while. They got Samaje Perine now, and they re-signed Gesicki. So, yeah, their offense is nasty, but their defense sucks. And then the Browns are just the clowns. So that I don't got much to say about. I think we did the best in free agency. Be honest. We made the most move. I don't like bringing back. Why did we bring back Scotty Miller, bro? He sucks.
Don't.
You telling me there ain't a better option out there than fucking goddamn Scotty Miller? That's what makes me mad, dude. I like bringing back
DK Metcalf. I think he'll just be a practice squad. I think he's just a depth piece. They just brought him here, and he might end up being a cut because they sign a lot of these guys to like 1 year, like veteran minimum contracts, and they can get off of them. Like that defensive tackle, we signed his defensive tackle from the Jaguars too. So I think a lot of those guys are just going to be competing for roster spots and maybe like practice squad spots. Honestly, like same with Scotty Miller, there's going to be nothing like. Because honestly, where's he going to be in the wide receiving room? Because right now, the wide receiving room for me for the Steelers is starting is Metcalf, Pickens. I'm putting Calvin in the slot, and then we got Roman Wilson as the fourth. We got Skoranek as the fifth special teamer, and then I guess Scotty Miller. And there probably is other guys out there that you can probably go out there and get and bring in.
No, Scotty Miller's not going to be in the receiver room. Fuck that. But Skoranek's good. Skoranek's good.
Yeah, I mean he's a good special teamer, but I don't think he's a good wide receiver.
No, like, me neither.
I wish I could get a list of
better than Scotty Miller. I think he's better than Scotty Miller. Yeah. And if goddamn Casey Hayward's still on this team, dude, I'm telling you. Yeah, then why are we signing Parham? Who the hell is Parham? I don't even. Whatever, man. Hopefully he can block. Can Parham block? Then we'll deal with that. If we don't get Casey Hayward off this freaking team, dude, I just can't, dude. He's had what? How many years has he been here? 4, and he's had like 2 good plays. 2?
He's not good at all. He's not good, man.
He can't block. He can't catch. Block. So what is he on the team for? He's small. He's not big.
Yeah, he's definitely not a tight end. He's too small for a tight end. He's too small for a running back. He's too small. Like, he's not good. And he can't be a wide receiver. He's not fast enough to be a wide receiver. He's not big enough to block, and so I don't understand what the point of him being on a damn thing. The team is even honestly, it's ridiculous.
It's like we're kissing his ass, just like we kissed what was his name, Derek Watt's ass. He was on our team. How many times did you get Derek Watt? Because of his brother.
Yeah,
I don't. That should not. I don't care, man. Listen, you gave Casey Hayward a shot, man. He sucks. It's that simple.
He's a 6th-round pick. That's it. He's not no good. He's not no good at all. He's a 6th-round pick, bro. Like, it's not. He
shouldn't be on our roster. Put him on a practice squad then, in case someone gets hurt, I guess. But what is the use of him? He's garbage. There's no reason. Like, there's none. That's what's frustrating me, man. Bring in a goddamn tight end. Get rid of Cordell Patterson, Casey Hayward. I don't care about Michael Pruitt, whatever the fuck his name was. He wasn't that good. He sucked. Dude, bring in some playmakers on this team. Nick Chubb, J.K. Dobbins. What are we doing? Sitting with our thumb up our ass waiting for Aaron Rodgers while he's over there fucking in his fucking darkness. I can't stand it, dude. And we got Russ over here, man. Russ is like, man. Steelers. I love playing for the Steelers, man. I love playing for the Steelers. And we just watched Justin Fields, the best talent that we probably could have had at quarterback for a decent price, just walk right out of the door.
All right, let me read this now. This is my opinion on the Russell Wilson, because we're going to bring one of these two guys in. Like it, love it, hate it. I feel the Steelers have no other choice but to bring in one of these guys. And I'm getting tired of Aaron Rodgers at this point. So I wrote this out today because Cam Hayward basically called him out. And this is what Cam Hayward said. This is a meme. Cam Hayward isn't going to great lengths to recruit Aaron Rodgers. Either you want to be a Steeler or you don't. That's a shift in tone from a year ago when he was a big part of the effort to land Russell Wilson. Now, this is what I wrote to the meme. The major differences between Russ and Rodgers. First off, Wilson was basically for free and Denver footed the bill. Russell Wilson also wants to be a part of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Aaron Rodgers wants a red carpet and is going to continue selling his name to sell stories. I'm tired of this same old song and dance, man. The same old song and dance, man. The Pittsburgh Steelers should be worried about turning the culture back to what the Pittsburgh Steelers culture used to be about. It seems going all the way back to the Triple B era, the culture is more about me, I, stats, and individualism. Nobody wants to take blame or accountability and always points a finger. That goes for Tomlin and Roethlisberger. They both have thrown other teammates and players under the bus. When a football team loses, there's a ton of blame to go around, and it never falls on one man, coach, or player. Football, as Tomlin loves to say, is a collective. Aaron Rodgers is a great talent that I personally would love to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers if he was all in on the team. The way this offseason is going, he proves he is all about me and I and not team. The culture has to change, and bringing him here at this point will just tarnish any type of team culture in Pittsburgh, in my opinion. What do you think of that?
Sounds good, man. I mean, basically said everything.
Dude wants Aaron Rodgers. He says Aaron Rodgers plus Mason Rudolph is my dream quarterback room. We're slowly turning into the retirement home of the NFL. That's the thing, because we bring in Rodgers, it's just going to be another next offseason. It's going to be a whole other fucking quarterback carousel. Exactly. Who's going to be the quarterback?
The point is, we've been playing
the same position we were last year.
We've been playing Go Fish since we lost Ben, man. We're playing this quarterback. We're playing that quarterback. We're playing the next quarterback. It's like playing poker, man. You know what I'm saying? We're just playing new cards every day. God damn it. Like, we're bringing back Mason after we fucked him over 7 times. Like, it doesn't make damn sense. It's either –
I know.
It's buckle
That's
up,
what I'm
man.
saying, bro. We cannot, like, as much as I wanted Mason to start 5 years ago and build a team around him. So it's like we're going backwards, I feel, instead of forwards. Yeah, we got DK Metcalf, but we haven't solidified the most important position on the team yet. So why are we sitting around here waiting for Rodgers to play chicken? Why don't we just bring Russell Wilson back for cheaper? And like you said, get rid of these bums that shouldn't be on the team, like a Scotty Miller, whatever, Cam Hayward's brother, the nameless, faceless brother, and bring in some actual playmakers. And then take that little bit of extra money that you have to shell out to Rodgers and roll out his little red carpet and give him private jet planes and shit and give him, all these dinners. Why don't they just bring in a Nick Chubb? Like we lost Najee Harris, a 4-time 1,000-yard running back. Everybody says he sucks. But, bro, that's a lot of production, especially for a running back that doesn't have an offensive line in front of him and a quarterback that really is not good, especially the first 3 years of his career. Maybe he had a decent quarterback in Russell Wilson, but other than that, Najee's been the
horrible
offense.
Play call.
So,
remember,
we don't
horrible play calling, horrible play. Matt Canada.
Yeah.
So you got to remember that too. He still had 1,000 yards under Matt Canada. So, what else can you say?
Thing. I don't think none of these players solve the quarterback position. This dude says, who solves the quarter? I don't think anybody solves the quarterback position right now. Honestly, I really don't, bro. I mean, Russ has experience with Metcalf and knows the current offense, obviously. And that's another thing. Like, Arthur Smith wants to run the ball first. So, like, to my point about the post about how this can destroy the culture of team, because Arthur Smith and the Rooneys in the front office want to run the ball. So we bring in Aaron Rodgers. He's going to want to come in and bring his own offensive philosophy. And you know what I mean? So really – and then just imagine, bro, Justin Fields goes out there and has a better record with the Jets. And Kenny Pickett goes out there and has a better record with the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, dude,
that is the biggest indictment on Tomlin. And I am one of Tomlin's biggest defenders. But, dude, to let Justin Fields walk, to let Kenny Pickett walk, and then go back to Mason Rudolph, and then if Cleveland comes out and has a better season than Pittsburgh, the Jets come out and have a better season than Pittsburgh, I'm the one that's been yelling for years not to fire Tomlin. I'll be the one yelling the loudest to get Tomlin out of the building, bro.
There's something else you're missing. We're basically turning Warren into our fucking main back. He's not built to run the ball 35 times a game. Najee was built to run the ball. He's built that type of running back. That's why we got to bring in a J.K. Dobbins. We got to bring in some kind of running back that can carry some load, so that can take the beating. Warren is not built to take the load, man. I hope you guys understand that. Neither is Gainwell. Gainwell's not built like that either. So we have 2 scat backs, basically. I mean, Warren could take a little bit of a beating, but he's not like Najee could take it 30 times a game, 25 times a game. You give it to Warren like 15 times, maybe 10. Just throw him the ball a couple times, run screens with him, toss him the ball, shit like that. That's the problem. We're going to have a problem there then. If that's the type of offense we were on, we want to ground and pound it, then how are we going to ground and pound it with a scat back? Just can't do it. Can't do it. Couldn't do it with Najee. We're sure enough fucking gonna be able to do it with Warren. Then Warren's gonna be one-dimensional. You got to have somebody else alongside him. That's all we need, a Nick Chubb. But we're putting our fucking thumb up our ass waiting for Aaron Rodgers.
That's why I get Nick Chubb. I'd get a Nick Chubb. Even a Gus Edwards is out there that you can get for cheap. Like, we're just somebody. I mean, I don't understand, man, bro.
It's really hurting our offense because we're sitting here with our thumb up our ass waiting for a fucking quarterback. And it just shows Thomas should put his foot down and make a decision, man. He's supposed to be the head honcho. So fucking put your foot down and fucking make a decision. Put money into the rest of the offense. Get another offensive lineman out there. Get a fucking another running back. Get another tight end and cut some of this garbage. Cut some of this dead weight on this fucking team. Fuck Aaron Rodgers. And that's simple as that. Simple as that. You bring in a Joe Flacco then. You bring in Joe Flacco so you have competition against Mason. That's where I'm at.
That's the thing with Nick Chubb. Yeah, Nick Chubb, after that injury, he might not be the same Nick Chubb, but we're not asking him to be the same Nick Chubb. He doesn't have to carry the whole load. But he's a guy that literally, if we can get him on a cheap, bro, at like $7 million, and we can get just 70-80% of what Nick Chubb is, bro. Like with Jaylen Warren, our running game is going to be dangerous, even with Russell Wilson and then all the receivers. Then I'm going offensive line in the first draft, bro. I'm drafting an offensive lineman because there's a ton of offensive tackles the Steelers can take off the board right there at 20, and then I'm going to move our first round pick, Fatuanu. I think that's how you pronounce it, Fatuanu, at right guard, because to me, he looks like a guard. We got the two Samoans at guard, Frazier, and then we can swing McCormick off as a guard / tackle as a nice backup, the sixth will in case an injury happens, because, you know, throughout the year, there's going to be injuries that happen to your offensive line. It happens every year. So you got that Mason McCormick that can swing off the bench and come in and step in, and then you get another first round caliber thing, because at the end of the day, everybody talks about it's a quarterback league. It's a quarterback league. But in my opinion, bro, football at the end of the day is won and lost in the trenches. So it don't matter if you got Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Cam, whoever, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. If you don't got people up in front of him blocking, it's irrelevant. So that's been a big problem with Pittsburgh. And I think the offensive line is starting to take steps in the right direction, but we still need to start getting youth on that offensive line, because our tackles was terrible last year. I'm not going to say Broderick Jones is a bust yet, but they invested too much into him to where they're not going to give up on him yet. But I think we need to bring in another tackle, because Broderick Jones gave up 11 sacks last year. Dan Moore gave up 12, which was the most. So we had two tackles giving up some of the most sacks in the league last year, and that's not acceptable, and that's got to change.
Now, here's my problem with Rodgers, man. So you're going to pay him 1 year, at least of 30, 40, probably 40 million, 30 something. The man can't move. He's 41. He can't move. He's 41 years old. He's a statue at this point. He just has a good gun of an arm. Okay. And if you look at his stats from last year, and I agree, 29 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. But it's a lot of that was in garbage time. When we played them, we were crushing him. We destroyed him. And he scored 2 touchdowns at the end in garbage time. Like, so it's hard to fucking say. I guess you got to go with Russ, man. I think that's the final decision with me, man. And that's still going to be a lot of money that I'm not willing to pay. It's just worth, in my opinion.
But it's 1 year. Like, I ain't giving none of them. If they want it, I'm only offering. I'm the Steelers. I'm offering them both 1 year, take it or leave it deals. If not, they're talking about meeting with Milroe and Jackson Dart. So I don't know if they're even the answers, honestly,
man.
But
no. So you tell me if we draft another quarterback in the first round, bro, I'm going to lose it. We fucked up on
the offensive line's been decrepit, terrible for a long time. Probably since we lost in Cleveland, man. Like, I don't know how long ago, John Hawthorne.
Dude, how many good quarterbacks you think are in this goddamn draft? I think there's maybe one, Cam Ward. I don't even know if he's that good.
I don't even know if he's that good. Honestly, I don't think there's one franchise quarterback in this draft.
Thank you. There isn't. I'd say Cam Ward's probably the best. if I had to pick out of all of them, Shedeur Sanders sucks, man. He's overrated. He's hyped up because of his last name and his father.
I agree.
Cut the
I
bullshit.
agree.
Put
Same
him
with
on
Colorado.
Alabama. He played for Colorado, man. Put him on Alabama. Put him on Alabama and see what he does.
He'd get fucking smoked.
Exactly. I don't want to hear that shit. He played with his dad. It's just a joke. It's a fucking joke. And then if you do draft him, Shedeur, guess who your franchise is? Sanders. You're going to have Sanders and son over there. You know what I'm saying? Because you know the Pops is going to be over there in some shape way coaching. Am I right? He's going to leave Colorado and come coaching. He's going to go coach his son in the NFL. Watch. You think I want that headache here? Hell no. Hell no.
Fuck that. I don't want that.
I hate Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders is known as a fucking Niner and a Cowboy. He ain't no Steeler. I don't want him around here.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't want no quarterback, man. I want a D tackle or a goddamn lineman first pick or our pick.
Yeah.
Stop fucking around, Steelers. Cam Hayward's going to be retiring. This might be his last rodeo here. You got TJ Watt. He got what? 4 more years left. We're fucking around, man.
Okay.
It's time to bowl or bust.
I agree.
That's it. You can bowl or bust, man. We have all this talent on this fucking team. We better win a fucking division title this year. I'll tell you that. Bengals are the only team that scare me. I'm not scared of the Ravens, man. Listen, Ravens aren't scary at all. We own them half the time. Okay? Browns suck. We fucked up last year. Okay? We lost a bunch of stupid fucking games. A bunch of stupid games. Colts game, Browns game, Bengals game at the end of the year, where we only lost by 7 points, but we beat them the first time, airing the ball out, but we run the ball the second time we play them because Art Smith is the offensive coordinator and Tomlin says, okay, bud. You know, that's how that works. We lost that game. You know what I'm saying? Got destroyed by the teams that are actually good, like Kansas City and Eagles. They kicked our ass right through the mud. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Oh, that Cincinnati game, I done made shorts. I covered that all year because I said at the beginning of the season, I was like, I'm always defending Tomlin, and I can't do it no more. I didn't agree with extending him. I thought we should have just let it ride out. In that Cincinnati game, he decided to go for it on 4th and 1 at the end of the half. He gave Cincinnati 3 points, and that was a 2-point game. And there was that Cleveland game. I think he could have had 3 points, didn't take it, and we lost by 1. So there was 2 games. Yeah.
Why are we bringing
there was 2 games just solely off his decision making that he lost, and those 2 games solely off his decisions would have won us the division, got us an easier matchup in the playoffs, and we wouldn't be sitting here waiting until 2050 for a Steelers playoff win, bros.
We would have had one. We would have played the Texans. We would have played the Texans. We would have beat the Texans.
Yes.
Period.
And I'm telling you, bro, I'm going to be the one screaming and yelling the loudest this year at Mike Tomlin. No more. I'm putting him under the microscope like the rest of the media all year long, bro, because there's no other person that's left in line that's got to go next is other than him. We got rid of Pickett. We got rid of Mason. We got rid of Russell. Now we're going to bring in Aaron Rodgers. And when is it going to be Tomlin's fault? Like I said in that post, there's a lot of blame to go around. Football is a collective, and it doesn't all fall on one man. But the for the last 10, 15 years, the same common denominator, like all Steeler fans are saying, is Mike Tomlin. And
do you agree with me on this? Do you agree with me on this about Tomlin? I don't think Tomlin knows offense. I think when Ben was here, I think Ben was running the show, bro. Ben was running the show.
I don't think Ben was running the show. I know for a 100% fucking fact that Ben called all the plays and did whatever he wanted.
Thank you. I think Tomlin's a defensive-minded coach. I think that he's just not very intelligent on offense. He's just really not. And I think Omar Khan is making these big moves like DK Metcalf. He's trying to build this offense, but the thing is, we don't have no gunslinger. And if Aaron Rodgers comes in here, you might as well forget Arthur Smith, guys. There ain't gonna be no Arthur Smith. It'll be Aaron Rodgers running the show, just like it was back when Ben was here. Okay, that's how it is. That's why the handcuffs last year was on Fields and Russ. They put the handcuffs. You know what I'm saying? They put the handcuffs on Mason Rudolph. Am I right? They put the handcuffs on Kenny Pickett.
They put the handcuffs on Fields. They put the handcuffs on Russ. They put the handcuffs on Mason Rudolph. They put the handcuffs on Kenny Pickett. And they want to run this prehistoric conservative offense. But then you got Tomlin out there rolling the dice, going for it on fourth down. If you're a team that's built to run the ball and play defense, you got to play special teams too and punt it and play the field position game because you have a defense. There's so many times we could have punted it, played defense, got good field position, and easily just got 3 just based off the field position game. That's something these new school analytics people don't factor in all the variables that can happen, especially if you go for it, like in that Cincinnati game, down only 3 points, and then you basically, at the end of the half, just give Cincinnati 3 points. You just handed Cincinnati over 3 points. And even if we did convert that 4th and 1 at that point on the field, what are you going to do with 41 seconds left in the second half? You're not going to be able to drive down the field with one timeout left with 41 seconds in the half. That was such a bad call in that situation, bro. And there's so many times where he makes bad challenges or doesn't challenge, and it's an indictment on Tomlin. But and a lot of the haters want to hate on him for shit that's probably not all on him, but still, it's the same common denominator.
I forgot another game. We blew the Cowboys game. There's another game.
Yeah, we should have won that game too.
So we blew at least
them 2 games right there, really, because I made shorts about it. Yeah, it's really
Cleveland game. I don't know what we were doing on that that Cleveland game. Remember when they brought in Fields at the end and he threw that deep pass? I don't understand that. But Russ was driving us down the field a little bit, and then they just bring in fucking Fields. What was that of? What was the purpose of that? And then I feel like we didn't use Fields good, man, last year. We didn't run him like we should have. There was multiple times we could have ran Fields, but we decided to do dumb shit. And then another thing that really pisses me off is then when we're doing the 4th and 1s and you got Casey Hayward lined up at fullback. The fuck's that, bro? That's stupid. Why don't we go out and get Kyle Juszczyk, bro?
He is not a fullback, bro. He is not a fullback. We go out there and that's crazy. We have Darnell Washington, who's 300 fucking pounds. Why don't you put his big 300, and he's an expert. Why don't you utilize his skill set and use him as a fullback and let him crack a motherfucker, bro? Use a crackback like a crackback's supposed to be used, man. Dude,
no, they put in Hayward, bro.
Man,
they put in Hayward.
Yeah.
I think one time this year we handed it to Hayward. We handed it one time to Hayward on 4th and 1. Instead of using Fields' 6'3" frame. 6'3" frame, 225 pounds, bro. Put someone big behind his ass and push him for fucking 1 yard. Instead of doing that, we handed it to Casey Hayward, man. That's what we did, dude. It's just so sickening, dude. And the worst part is when Tomlin goes for it early in the game on our own spot. And then I'll never forget through the playoff game, dude. Tomlin, we want the ball, 3 and out, boom. Gave it to the Ravens, 7-0. We want the ball. Play defense. We don't have no offense. We want the ball in the playoff game, go 3 and out. Boom. They scored. It's pathetic. That game was over at halftime. Fucking pathetic, dude. They're just a sorry team sometimes, man. But I feel like this year, man, now that we got Metcalf, I think that changes a lot. It really does. But if we don't have a quarterback, I think Mason's.
Shout out to everybody in the chat though. Make sure y'all hit the like and subscribe though in the chat.
I think Mason can at least throw the ball to Pickens and Metcalf. So I think he has a good enough. He's not like a Pickett. I think he's better than Pickett. I mean, but if we're stuck with him, dude, that's bad. Because I looked at his stats last year: 9 interceptions,
And if we bring
9.
in Rodgers, let's just say, see, I think this might be an idea too, because then it's almost like to me too, Tomlin. There's always some kind of scapegoat. So if you don't bring in Rodgers, if you don't, I think there's no way they can't bring in either one of them. They have to bring in one of them. They have
I know,
to,
me too.
regardless of who you want. Because if you go out there with, I don't know how you can go out there with Mason after you passed him over for Pickett, passed him over for Trubisky, passed him over for Russ, and then you're gonna go. Then we're gonna go back to Mason. It just don't make no sense. There's no way. I think the front office can do that. Like as a face, they have to save face and bring another. They can't go back on that. That would just be an indictment on Tomlin too, because you had the quarterback there. We would be already won a playoff game because we would have had a DK Metcalf type of receiver already. We would have had our offensive line because me and Eric were saying we wanted Tyler Lindenbaum in that draft. We took Kenny Pickett. So, and that offensive line was horrible. Even if Kenny Pickett was great, the offensive line was so bad that he wasn't going to do good even if he was a franchise quarterback. And that's what gave him a pass for a year and a half because everybody said it wasn't Kenny's fault. It was the offensive line's fault. So, I mean, we should have just went with Mason and added some talent around him because us as Steeler fans, we think we're going to win a Super Bowl every year, and it's just not realistic. It's just not realistic thinking. As much as I want them to win a Super Bowl every year, it's not the way the NFL is today. And you got to understand that you got to take some years to build up to a future. And we're trying to I don't know, this Rodgers shit. It's a Band-Aid over a way bigger problem that's been going on with the Steelers. And
so let's change this.
I don't know, man.
Positive for a second.
We can come out.
Do you think DK Metcalf? In my opinion, I think DK Metcalf might be one of the best receivers we've ever had when he's done. Hopefully, he retires a Steeler after that. I'm just saying we're not thinking about the fact that we have a superstar receiver now. Like, do you agree with me? Superstar receiver.
Oh yeah, yeah. DK Metcalf's the truth. He's the truth. He's a beast. He's a brick shit house. He's a freak athlete. Like you say, TJ Watt's the best athlete. Dude, that.
Well, I mean, TJ Watt's a beast, though.
That dude.
Oh yeah, I agree with you. Metcalf. Yeah, I know.
Monster.
I know,
bro.
And I think he's a good. I think he's a good teammate, and I think he'll help Pickens. I really do. Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit, but dude, I'm telling you, I think he'll help Pickens.
Yeah, you're right.
And build him into something.
But I'm just saying that's the type. You're asking me if he's a superstar receiver, and I'm just saying that dude is an absolute brick shit and an absolute monster.
I agree.
Why does this do?
Like he's up on the upper echelon. He's like with the Paul Skeens, man. Paul Skeens is still the best athlete in Pittsburgh, but DK Metcalf might be second than Crosby, obviously. But I watched his highlight tapes of him catching touchdowns and his highlights of him in Seattle, and I was like, wow, this dude's a beast.
I'm not even talking about like what they do. Like obviously, Paul Skeens is a bigger quote athleticism in general, and DK Metcalf is an athletic freak of nature. Is all I'm basically saying, pretty much. This is doing this.
I know what you mean. I'm just saying that as far as the best athlete in Pittsburgh right now is Paul Skeens. Like Paul Skeens is going to sell. Paul Skeens is going to sell out Pirate games. Him alone, just pitching. It's just insane. But Metcalf, as far as athletic and like you said, yeah, talent-wise, they're both really good. They're both insane, put it that way. We're lucky to have Paul Skeens, though. We're very fucking lucky to have Paul Skeens. That's all I'm going to say. I hope O'Neal Cruz can turn into the player that I hope he can be. I really do. which I think he could be a 35 home run hitter, 30 stolen base man. Like, he can be a Barry Bonds type player. Maybe better, stronger, faster. But Paul Skeens, man, I'm telling you. When that dude pitches, man, I get goosebumps, man. He's so good. I've been a Pirate fan my whole life, and I've never seen someone just be so dominant the way that Paul Skeens is. And I got to give a shout out to Sidney Crosby, because Sidney Crosby's fucking 37, 36, still doing work. But, man, there ain't no athlete like Paul Skeens out there, man. Problem is the Pirates don't know how to build around him. They could literally be in the playoffs, break all this losing, sell out fucking crowds. Pittsburgh be booming in the fucking summertime. Jared Jones is probably going to be out for a little while. I'm telling you, if you got to go under the knife, we're fucked. If we lose Jared Jones this year, we're screwed. Straight up. I called the fan last night and I was bitching at him. Dude, who the fuck? Well, what? Dude, since I've been a Pirate fan, we don't even we've never had a first baseman. Never. Never have had a fucking first baseman.
Pedro Alvarez.
He was a third baseman.
No, Pedro was okay, I guess. I mean, but
he was a third baseman.
They moved him to first, though, after a while because he kept throwing.
Yeah, for like 2 years.
They moved him to first after a while, though.
I know, and then for 2 years. And then we cut him.
Because he kept
we never had, yeah, he could. Yeah, he sucked. He was good at hitting, but he couldn't throw at all. He was stupid. And dude, these Pirates.
Oh, look at that, dude. We got a true blue Pittsburgh.
Yeah, okay. I'll give you that. Josh Bell. Josh Bell is probably the best first baseman we've had in like the last fucking goddamn since Willie Stargell. Basically. That's horrible. This team, just like I've been listening, Bob Nutting needs to sell this goddamn team. I'm tired of talking about it, man. All he does is sit there and collect fucking money. He doesn't care about winning. He cares about firework night, bobblehead night, and that's pup night and fucking dollar hot dog night. That's it. He don't give a goddamn. I bet you don't even fucking watch the games, man. And I'm tired of that shit, man. Fuck him. He sucks. He's horrible. The general manager's horrible. The manager is just a fucking bitch. He just listens to. He just follows the fucking rules on the fucking table or on the chalkboard. The Bob Nutting writes down the rules, and fucking Shelton says, "Okay." It's bullshit, man. We have talent on this fucking team, and we're constantly losing.
What it is.
We're playing in the worst division in baseball, and we still suck. There's no reason for that, man. It's no reason. Blow it all up, then. What are we going to do? Blow it all up again? We have Paul Skeens. We're blow it all up again. The fuck out of here. We're signing fucking goddamn Andrew McCutchen back. We're fucking signing back Adam Frazier. All these washed up Pirates, we're signing them right back. When we can't go out and spend that money and get it back. We're a first baseman. You know why? Because we're the Pirates, man. We draft Henry Davis 1-1, man. 1-1 overall, bro. You know where he's at? AAA, AA, up majors, back down to AAA, playing right field, first base, catcher, DH. They don't even know what the hell they're going to do with it. I just can't, dude. This team is it's just so frustrating. It's just Brian Hayes and his back problems. The goddamn dude's 27 years old, talking about chronic back problems and shit. The fuck are you talking about, man? That's like an excuse. It's fucking bullshit. There's bullshit all over this goddamn team. And you got a leader like Paul Skeens. He'll be out of here. He'll be a fucking Yankee in fucking 4 years. What? I'm telling you. He'll be pitching. Garrett Cole and fucking Paul Skeens and Garrett Cole will be together. Watch. About 4 years from now. Mark my fucking words.
Probably right about that for sure. Bob Nutting ain't going to pay him. That's for sure. There ain't no way Pittsburgh's going to pay him. As soon as he can leave, he's gone.
Yep. He'll be with the Yankees.
Andy
Or the
Hayes should have been
Dodgers.
fired 2 years ago. Never had a single professional at bat and wants to teach hitting. Damn.
I
will
agree
find
with
a
you on
Matt
that.
Hug
He
statue
sucks.
and fixes Sawinski and Davis.
Yeah, look at Matt Haig's hitting career. Matt Haig sucks too.
Paul
He's our new
Skeens
hitting
looks
coach.
like he wants out.
Yeah, he wants out. He definitely wants out of here. I promise you that. There's no way in hell Paul Skeens is going to deal with this bullshit. You're talking about a dude who can win a Cy Young. You know the last time the Pirates had a Cy Young winner? I think it was Doug Draback. 91, 92. 91, 92. The Paul Skeens was a rookie last year and finished second in the Cy Young because they didn't bring him up till the middle of May.
Paul Skeens probably wasn't even alive, dude. Paul Skeens wasn't even alive in 91 and 92, dog. Like, literally, that's the last.
That's how bad this goddamn team is. It's horrible. I'm talking about the whole franchise. It's like a dark cloud. It's just we're like the fucking, I don't even know, man. I'm trying to think of shitty teams in football. Who's a shitty team? The Browns. We're like the Browns of football. We're like the Browns. I'm trying to think of NBA teams.
Detroit Lions. Fuck the Browns. They're the Detroit Lions of fucking
Detroit
football,
Lions.
dude. I can't
basically,
they're
yes.
worse than that, dude.
Yes. I'm trying to think like really terrible teams. Like NBA. I don't know. They're decent in NBA. Who's really shitty in the like Detroit Pistons were really terrible until like back in the day they were good. Like dude, Pirates are so bad. They
Charlotte
are
Hornets. They're the Charlotte Hornets. They're the Charlotte Hornets. The Charlotte Hornets of the basketball, baseball, pretty much. If you want to compare,
I'm telling you right now.
Charlotte.
If they don't go
Yeah.
500 this year, if they don't go 500 this year, and they keep Derek Shelton and fucking this stupid ass general manager that we have, who can't sign anybody, says we got to build within our prospects. You know how many years we've been building within our prospects? Are you kidding me?
Forever?
Yeah, we don't sign it. We haven't signed listen to this one since 2013 or 14. It was, I think it was 13, to a free agent to a 2-year deal since Francisco Liriano in 2013. So every free agent we've ever picked up has been on a 1-year contract. Talk about cheap. We might as well shop at the fucking goddamn Goodwill store. That's where the Pirates shop. The Yankees are over here shopping at Walmart and fucking, you know what I'm saying? And we're over here shopping at Goodwill. That's exactly what it is. And it's pathetic. We can't even sign a free agent to a 2-year deal. We're so cheap. We're so cheap. It got to be a 1-year deal. You got to be fucking kidding me. And then the Pirates expect someone want to come play here? How's someone going to come play here when you're going to sign him to a 1-year cheap-ass crumbs contract? Tell me. I want to know. Because ain't nobody going to come here. Nobody.
And you know, another thing. Yeah, it's like what they did to what's his name? Who was the first baseman we got from the Brewers? They basically was going to owe him $300,000, and they cut him like 2 or 3 days before his contract, and he was like, "Oh, well, that had nothing to do with it. He wasn't good enough." Why? Yeah, obviously he wasn't good enough. So why didn't you cut him at the beginning of the season? Why'd you wait and roll him out there every day until you owed him his bonus?
Because we didn't want to pay him. That was a dirty move. That was a dirty move.
There's no free agent that wants to come to the Pittsburgh Pirates. There was no free agent that wants to come to the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Exactly. None.
Why would they? Why would they?
Because they're only going to get 1-year contract. Why would I do that when I can go to the Cincinnati Reds or fucking Kansas City Royals, White Sox, and get like a 3-year? You're getting a 1-year contract. You coming here. That's what you get. You getting fucking nothing coming here. They try to sell the culture. They're trying to sell Paul Skeens. Dude, they already got Paul Skeens bobblehead night. That's like the first fucking homestand bobblehead night for Paul Skeens. It drives me insane. Every goddamn game that Paul Skeens pitches, even on the road, bro, even on the road, is going to be sold out, basically. We have a masterpiece. We have Shohei Ohtani, not as good, because Shohei is just, you don't see that ever. But we have a superstar, and we're not doing nothing. We don't care. We don't care. We don't care, man. We don't, and that's what hurts.
Care about winning championships. He cares about enriching himself. There should be a salary floor in baseball. He should have to at least spend $100 million. There's no reason a seventh richest owner in the major leagues cannot shell out $100 million product. If you're actually really trying to compete for a championship. But like you said, we all know the Bob Nutting regime isn't trying to compete for a championship. Like they're trying to sell you the firework night and the bullshit instead of actual winning games. And Pittsburgh could be such a great city. PNC Park so great. And really, Bob Nutting is doing a disservice to the whole entire city of Pittsburgh, bro. And it's time to force his ass out of fucking town, bro. Because he's keeping
you telling me right now.
You know how much economy would be booming right now? Shit, even if they were a little bit over 500, you know, there would be a little bit of optimism in Pittsburgh. But there's zero optimism for the Pittsburgh Pirates. At least we have false hope with the Steelers. There's no hope for the Pirates. None.
There's none. And exactly, listen to this. Like I said, man, the Reds finished better than the Pirates last year. The Reds fired their manager, and they hired Terry Francona. Who would you rather have as your manager, Derek Shelton or Terry Francona? You know what I'm saying?
Is that even a question?
Exactly. The Reds finished better than us and fired their manager. We finished with the same record that we had the year before, 76 and 86. The same record we did last year, 76 and 86. Guess what we're projected to do this year? 76 and 86. It's just mind-boggling, dude. You telling me you can't fire fucking Shelton and hire Francona? You telling me Francona wouldn't come to this fucking change this whole regime around? Bring back Clint Hurdle.
I never thought Hurdle should have got fired. I think Clint Hurdle was a scapegoat, man. And then they sold off the whole entire team so Nutting could get rich. Cash consideration. I'm going to sell away my best players for cash considerations, bro. Fuck that, dude. That cheapskate bastard, bro. Fuck him, man. Fuck Bob Nutting. Seriously.
Exactly. You got to read these comments, man. They're telling the truth, though. And yeah, the 500 streak, that's why Tomlin's still here, the 500 streak. But see, if the 500 streak still wasn't alive with Tomlin, boop, he'd be kicked out of here quickly. But the Pirates will keep John Russell. Remember him? We'll keep all these shitty managers for a long period of fucking time. Derek Shelton sucks. He's one of the worst managers in the fucking history of baseball. That's how bad. Look at his stats. Look at his record. He's horrible. He's a fucking third and liner. He just reads what's on the board. He probably don't even talk to his players, man. He's a simp. I just can't stand him, dude. There's no reason for him to be the manager of the Pittsburgh Pirates. We need someone that's kicking trash cans, kicking ass. Yeah, you remember John Russell, the one who lost us 102 games, and they brought it back for another year? Because that's the Pirates. Dude won fucking 61 games. 61 games.
Yo. That's funny as hell.
61 games. Bro. And they brought him back for another year.
That's why I got to defend Tomlin a little bit too, bro, because the Steelers are nothing like the Pittsburgh Pirates, okay? Nothing. Yeah. The Pirates are an absolute joke, bro. A joke.
Penguins are way better than the Pirates, too. So you got to throw the Penguins in there, too. They're better, way better. Matter of fact, I might say the Penguins might be better than the Steelers right now because they won back-to-back cups, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
16-17. So that's rare. That's pretty damn good.
Consecutive sellout for sports history, bro. The Pens. So, yeah, the Pens are like the staple of Pittsburgh, I would say, for sure. It sucks, though. They're kind of...
Well, they can't be good. It can't be good forever, bro.
Exactly.
They won. How many cups do we win? 4? With Crosby and all this?
3.
I think we played in 4 then. We lost one to Detroit.
Yeah.
So that's pretty damn good, bro. We won 3 Stanley Cups and played in 4.
Yeah.
Shit, how many
Sidney
Super Bowls?
Crosby just passed up Wayne Gretzky for the most seasons consecutive, averaging over a point a game or something like that too. So Sidney Crosby
That's
is literally,
incredible.
I'd see Pittsburgh sports and one of the greatest hockey players we've ever seen in history.
So let me ask you a question about hockey because that's your sport. If you win, I know Ovechkin's going to break it. When he breaks Wayne Gretzky's record, you think he's better than Gretzky?
No, nobody's better than Gretzky. Gretzky's the great one, and I don't think anybody. Gretzky has more assists than any other player has points. He has more assists than any other player has points.
Ovechkin's going to break the goal record though against him. He's like 8 away or 7 away.
Ovechkin's the best sniper. Ovechkin's the best sniper the NHL has ever seen. But is he a better hockey player than Wayne Gretzky? Has more assists than any other player has points. And then he has the most goals too. So not only does he has the most goals, he has more assists than any other player has points.
Ovechkin's going to have the most goals. Look it up. I'm not lying to you.
Yes, I know he's going to pass his record, but what I'm saying is Gretzky has the most assists ever and the most goals ever, and he has more assists than any other player has points and assists and goals combined. Gretzky has more assists than any other player has points, bro. Points.
Where would you rank Crosby all time?
That's hard. I'd have to really. That's hard. I'd have to really.
At least top 10.
It may be. That's hard. I'd have to really like. Lemieux's better. Gretzky's better. I might say Nicholas Lindstrom is better. Like I'd have to really look. I'd have to really like break. I'd really have to like look at Gordie Howe. You know, there's a lot of players. You know, past and present. Like is Yager better than Crosby? I might say
Yager. Yeah, I'd say Yager is better than him. I don't know. I think Yager. Yeah, I think Yager and Crosby are on the same.
Better, but Yager's really good.
What about Malkin?
Top 10. I don't know. I'd have to really look at it. But Crosby, Malkin's definitely not top 10. Crosby may be top 10.
That's what I was thinking too. I think Crosby.
I wouldn't say top 5.
I'm talking overall player because he's not like
Joe Sakic was pretty good.
Joe Sakic, yeah, I was thinking about him. Peter Forsberg was pretty good. I'm just thinking like in my era, the hockey play. I think Connor McDavid could be good.
That's some people argue that McDavid's already better than Crosby. I said no way.
No, he's not. No, he's not. But he's legit. Who's that dude that plays for Colorado now? You know who I'm talking about. That dude who plays he's younger. He already won a cup. That's what's his name, Henry. That's Henry. Get up here, Henro. Give Henro the link, man.
Didn't pop.
That's Mets buddy.
No links. You got to subscribe to the channel. If you want a panel link, you have to become a member of the channel. Only members are allowed to come up on the channel, and specific people that I.
You know that dude, don't you? Team. He's a Mets fan.
I know that dude.
He talks sports.
I like Henry. But I'm trying to keep this channel's Pittsburgh sports and Pittsburgh sports only. And I'm monetized.
I am.
And if people want to come on the panel, they're gonna have to pay for a membership. Sorry, that's just the way it goes. Now, if we're playing the Mets or the Giants, that's when I'll allow Henry to come up here and we can talk the Mets and the Giants, and we can talk the game and we can break it down if we play. Do we play the Giants this year? I don't think we played the NFC last year, so we're not.
No, we played the Jets. Hey Henry, who's your quarterback gonna be? You gonna get Russ or Aaron?
You can come on my other panel though whenever you want. No problem.
Henry, who you want? Who you guys getting? Russ or Aaron? I want to know. Giants fans think they're going to win a Super Bowl.
I don't stream enough. I got to keep it consistent. We're going to keep it consistent. We're going to keep pushing content here.
Yeah, this is just we're doing good for just talking sports. He said Russell. Uh-oh.
Damn.
I don't know.
Do you want to draft Cam Ward or you don't want to draft Cam?
Yeah, they're going to have a good pick. All I know is whoever gets that Hunter dude is going to be lucky.
Yeah, I think Travis Hunter is going to be good.
He played both sides of the ball, but he's going to be a good corner, and then they'll probably switch him to both.
And the main thing is I'm not going to put the link out there, too, is I'm not saying Henry's a porn bomber, but I'm just not going to make the link public so some random dude can come up here and,
Henry says
porn bomber. I'm sorry. Like,
Henry
I'm trying to build this channel. I don't work on it as much as I should. I put my focus elsewhere. I need to keep my focus on this channel and upload content every day. And you'll see how many more live viewers will be in the box if we keep pushing this content every day.
Yeah, man.
No quarterback, O-line, needed bad, worse than the NFL. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why the Steelers never should have drafted Kenny Pickett. They needed to address the offensive line before they went out there and get a quarterback. It don't matter who your quarterback is if you ain't got nobody in front of them blocking and keeping them upright. So I appreciate you stopping by, Henry. You stopped in here a bunch of times. I like you, bro. It's nothing personal. Cheers. Everybody's out here hustling, so I'm MCF. All these dudes out here hustling. So now I got to try to get my own little hustle on out here, bro. Some way, somehow. Shit.
Yeah, man, you got to watch, man, because MCF took over what Mosh was doing, bro. He took over the Mosh works. So now he'll take a THC shot and all that stuff. I never even heard of that in my life. Bro, all these people do all that crazy ass smoking vape pen, or that's what Tubbo Fuzzo does. Smokes that fucking, what is that, weed that you have to get the cartridges for? Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
I stick to the truth, to the green. No, we had a good hour of fucking
that's
talking, man.
Yeah, let's cut it, bro. I'm gonna cut it for now. I got some shit to do. We'll try to come back tomorrow. I'll schedule a live, so make everybody sure you hit the like and the notifications, because that helps. Because after I do this, I'm gonna put a bunch of tags in my video. See, that's a lot of things I don't do neither, too, that can help your channel, like putting tags and hashtags, and it helps. YouTube will suggest your content, so the likes and the notifications bells help the channel. You don't even have to pay. I'm not even asking for money, but I've built this platform by myself, so you know what I mean. I'm not gonna just hand out the link to everybody, so some random idiot who's drunk thinks it's funny to ruin my channel. That this is a hobby of mine that I like, and it's a nice little side hustle. So
you got to give Hawthorne. You got to give Hawthorne your other channel. You got to give Hawthorne your other channel. He says, "Do you guys still trash talk?" Or he says, "It's your guys trash talking."
Yeah. Yeah. At Yins' Live 89. That's that channel. So
it's not on this one. No.
Make sure y'all hit the like notification.
All right, buddy.
But
later.
I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks, man. Good shit today. You killed it. Peace.